It's your girl, TC. So, I wanted to come here today to kind of discuss some of the things that have been going on in my life and some of the struggles that I've had since I've entered into the dating scene. Yeah, I have to go through that all over again. The dating scene. Dun, dun, dun. It's not as easy as you would think, but what I will say is it's interesting. That's the terminology I'm going to use. Interesting. So, hi, my name is Tiffany, and I go by TC. Y'all can call me TC, which is my nickname. So, yeah, I live in Texas, and I recently broke up with my boyfriend, who we were together for 2 years, almost 2 years, not quite 2 years, almost. And I've, I was kind of like, I don't want to do it. And also, through the breakup, there was so much other stuff going on. I was actually going through a family loss where I lost someone that was really close to me, and it all transpired around the same time, and it was horrible. It was probably the most horrible feeling I've ever felt current day. Not because I was breaking up with somebody, but because it was transpiring all at the same time, which was a little bit much for me. Also, trying to balance, you know, home life, work life. That home work life balance was just off. Let me tell you. If you're just off in one area, you can be totally off in many areas, to the point where I was just like a little hermit. Didn't do anything, didn't want to do anything. I was just in a somber state. Um, really just trying to intake everything that was happening. But a couple of things that I've realized since I've been back in the dating scene, it's been crazy. One, there are options out there, apps, dating apps, the Tinders, the Bumbles, the all the other stuff. Okay, Cupid. I've been on all of them, and it's not my favorite. I am an old school person, and unfortunately, you know what has kind of cut that like old schoolness short, where I have to like bring in some type of technology. COVID. We're not supposed to say it, but that has really changed the dynamic of the dating scene because lockdown, pandemic, not be able to go out and mingle and lounge and stuff like that. So a lot of contributing factors that have kind of caused a lot of us singles um, to just kind of think outside the box when we're trying to date. But I will tell you, I hate it. Hate may be a strong word, but it's not my favorite. Uh, what I could tell you about some of these dating apps is they're trash, trash. And they do a lot. They do a lot of soliciting on these apps. It's hilarious to me, but it's real. It's what they're doing out there in these streets, and I'm not mad at them. Make your money how you gonna make your money, but at the expense of my relationship situation and my love life, you're gonna make some money off of me. Anyway, so I have been on the apps. I've been on pretty much most of them. Bumble was my favorite, but I'm just gonna keep it real. It's a little bit whitewashed. It's a lot of white people on there, but it is whitewashed, but it's classy, which is why I liked it. And a little disclaimer: that's how I met my ex, through Bumble, and that's another story for another day. But yeah, so Bumble was decent. I found out about Bumble through a good friend of mine who's not here in the States. She actually resides in Sao Paulo, Brazil. She was over visiting us. We were in Vegas having a great time about a couple years back. Actually, it was 2019, beginning of 2019, where we were just, kind of kicking it, enjoying our lives, enjoying ourselves. And she was like, "Oh, I'm meeting these people." And I'm like, "Girl, how you meeting these people?" Um, Let me make sure. I'm sorry. Hmm. A lot of stuff going on. But yeah, so she was meeting a lot of people. She was telling me about this app. I actually had just broken up with a boyfriend of 7 years. I know. It was tragic. Clearly, I just don't know how to keep anybody. It's me. Yeah, so she told me about this app, and I actually downloaded this app while I was, because I had a trip planned like to Canada. So I downloaded the app when I went to Canada, and I was just, I actually met and talked to a lot of handsome guys in Canada. Hey, Canada, how y'all doing? I'm single. If y'all trying to be in the States, if y'all trying to get a green card, if y'all trying to be here, just kidding. Or am I? So yeah, it was great. It was a fun time, and I never did meet up with anybody because I was too scared, too chicken. I had a couple of trips planned for 2019 where I was doing a lot of traveling. I went to a lot of places in 2019. 2019 was the year, and then 2020 came. So yeah, it was a good time, and great information, great way to meet people. And like I said, Bumble is like one of the classier apps. If you're, because I say classier because they do a lot of kind of screening or pre-screening, and then the level of security that it's like these little bugs. They come. I keep my door open, so don't. They just flying around. So that's why I'm looking crazy. But anyway, so the level of security, meaning like when you log onto the app, they make you take a picture to verify your pictures. It's really good. Also, the woman has to make the first move. So, to all my shy ladies out there, this might not be the app for you. To my introverts, this might not be the app for you. Introverts, period. I don't know if dating on apps. I'm an introvert. Um, I always used to think I was an ambivert, but I'm an introvert. But yeah, I don't know if that may be it for you. So let's move on from Bumble. Bumble's decent. Again, it's just a little whitewash for you, girl. I need a little something extra, and I'll get to that. Gosh, every time somebody coughs now, I bet you everybody's like, COVID. So yeah. Anyway, the second app that I can tell y'all about is OkCupid. It was a decent app, a little aggressive for me. Plenty of fish. I'm not even going to talk about that. Um, I just don't see a reason to talk about that app. I just feel like it's an app for hookups. If you're trying to hook up with somebody, get on POF. Just go dive in there because that's what they doing on there. It's not for me because I'm not looking for a hookup. As a matter of fact, what am I looking for? I don't even know. Anyway, so OkCupid was decent. I didn't keep the app that long. I downloaded the app and then deleted the app within 72 hours because they try to lure you in and reel you in with all the likes that you get. But 9 times out of 10, all of those likes are trash. And I don't like, each person is beautiful with who, within themselves and who they are. I can't take away, individuality and beauty from people, but they just were not my type. Anyway, so yeah, okay, Cupid is it was decent, not too bad. Hinge, I don't know if you all have ever heard of Hinge. It's trash. I, like you get 5 likes on that app, and that's all you can use, unless you have like the premium version. That's how they get you the premium versions of all these apps. I think I'm going to move on to the next app, which is Tinder. I tried Tinder. Yeah. Um, I met some people on there. I just didn't follow up with those people. And actually, to be honest with you, I set up like a Google Voice number so I wouldn't have to give out my real number. I suggest anybody to do that. Set up a nice little Google Voice if you don't want to give people your real number. So yeah, that's what I did. I set it up and yeah, yeah, it was bad. I didn't use it. So, I'll talk about the last app that I've been on, which is called Black, BLK. It's not exclusively for black people, because I've seen some people that were not black on there. So if you have like particular dating preferences that you want to date like black people, that's the app for you. I tried it and couple things. I am actually still logged into that app because I did purchase the premium. Don't judge me. I purchased the premium to see like what the likes were looking like because they were like 99 plus likes. I'm like, damn, I know I ain't like popping like that where 99 motherfuckers just like me, but clearly I was. So yeah, I purchased it. It was like $20. That's not like super bad. I don't mind. So, like I said before, they were kind of all not my type, but I did meet with some good people. I met up with a couple of people from this particular app, which I'm not. I'm gonna keep my comments very reserved right now. But what I can tell you about this particular app is it's a little ghetto on the ghetto side, because you have like in my area, I have like young 20 something year olds. And mind you, my range was for people that are in my age range, like 30 to maybe 41. Because again, I'm in my mid 30s. So I'm just like, I'm open to dating a younger person, but I'd rather an older person because I feel like me and that older person might have a little bit more in common. I, I don't, it's hard to tell these days because you got some young people that are ready to settle down. And then you got these older folks that act like kids. You just never know what you're going to get. I'm going to sip my coffee because y'all, I'm a little parched. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so you got all of this going, and you got kids talking about friends with benefits. And if, even if I wanted that, like, just swipe and we'll talk about it. But it's, you have your pros and cons when you're on these dating sites, when you're meeting up with people, and just be, first of all, be careful. If you're meeting up with people, find a safe person that's near you where you can send your location to, letting them know like where you are. People are just insane these days. There's so much happening out here in the world. Just be safe when you're doing it. But I would just say the dating world today, I'm giving it like a thumbs down because it's just difficult to find quality people in general. And I'm sure it's like that for men as well. But what I will say as a disclaimer for me is I'd rather be single, lonely, and happy than to be in a relationship where I'm miserable and I'm not being respected and my value is not appreciated and there's no communication and there's no nothing. There's nothing there. I'm not going to do that. That's misery. I'm not about to put myself through that. That's dumb. But if you're doing it, it's not, respectfully. So, yeah, that's what is going on now. I'm in the dating scene and it's not fun, but I'm going to keep going. Just going to do it. Why not?